If you prepare coding decoding through UPSC PYQs, you will realize UPSC actually repeats patterns. Hello everyone, welcome back to CivilsMentorship. So in today's session, which topic we are going to discuss? So in today's session, we will completely discuss or completely analyze the topic of coding and decoding. But how? Now entirely through UPSC CSAT previous year questions. But before starting, just a small request to all of you. Don't watch this session passively. Keep a pen and paper with you and note down the patterns based on which UPSC asks these questions. So with that approach in mind, let us directly start with the first UPSC PYQ. So this particular question came in 2025, that is the latest year itself. So now from this, while we will be solving these PYQs, we will get an idea that from this particular topic, how many questions have come over past 13 years. So this was the question that came in 2025. So what the question is asking about? It is saying that if NO is coded as 210, NOT is coded as 4200, and NOTE is coded as 21000, then how is NOTES coded? So basically, what they have given is, they have given three things to us. First of all, what are the things that they have given? They have said that NO is nothing but 210. What else they have given? Now, NOT is nothing but 4200. What else they have given? Now, NOTE is nothing but 21000. So basically, they have given these three things to us. Now, how to solve or how to find out what the value for this particular thing, NOTES. So basically, we need to find out the value for this NOTES. But how to find it out? So if we can identify the pattern, like based on how these three things, like NO is equal to 210, NOT is equal to 4200, NOTE is equal to 21000 is coming, based on which pattern it is coming. If we can identify that pattern, it will be easier for us to identify the value for NOTES. So before solving it, just try to just pause this video for a few seconds and try to solve it on your own, or try to identify the pattern. Then we will be solving it together. So I hope you have tried to at least to identify the pattern that based on which they have given this particular question. Now let's see how to solve this question. But before directly solving this question, let us understand one thing, that we have 26 alphabets, okay, from A to Z. But do we know, if suppose anyone asks you that what is the position for N, or what is the position of O, or what is the position of M? So first of all, let us try to understand that what is the position of each of our alphabets. Like position of A is 1, B 2, C 3. So like this, it is coming till Z. So Z is 26. Now in the question, what they have given, they have mentioned that NO is equal to, what they have mentioned over here, that they have clearly mentioned that NO is equal to 210. Let's see what is the position of N over here. Now position of N is 14. What is the position of O over here? 15. So that means the position of N is 14 and the position of O is 15. Now see, NO is coming as 210. Can you guess or can you identify the pattern now? See, NO, we can simply write it as 14 into 15. Now 14 into 15 is coming to as 210. Okay, so we are almost close. That is, we have already, means we have started to identify the pattern. But let's see whatever we have identified it is correct or not. Let's see, let's take this as an example, NOT. So NOT is coming to as 4200. Now NO, we already know the position of NO. So what will be the position of NOT? N we already know 14, O we already know 15. Let's see the position for T. Now the position for T is 20. Now let's see how much it is coming. See, 14 into 15, we already know that it is coming to as 210. Now 210 into 2 into 20. So how much it is coming? Now 210 into 20 is coming as 4200. Okay, so that means we are on the right track. That means we have identified the pattern. But let's cross check this as well, that whether this is based on whatever pattern that we have identified, whether this is coming to with or whether this is fitting with our pattern or not. So what they have given over here? Now NOTE. Now NOT we already know. So NOT is 4200 into E. What is the position of E over here? Now position of E is 5. So that means 4200 into 5. So 4200 into 5, how much it is coming? So 4200 NOTE is 4200 into 5. Position of position of E is coming to as oh, sorry. Correct. NOTE is 4200 into 5. So how much it is coming? 5 to 10, carry 1, 5 for 20, 21 and 20. So that means it is coming to as 2100, 21,000. So that means note is also coming to as whatever they have given. So that means whatever pattern that we have identified is correct only. Now with this pattern, whatever pattern that we have identified, we will put this pattern into what they have asked for, NOTES. So what will be NOTES now? Now you also can tell that what will be NOTES. So let's solve it over here itself. So we have identified the pattern. Now let's solve it. So NOTES. So NOTE we already know it is coming as 21,000. Now additionally what else is coming? Now additionally S is coming. So now NOTES. So for this we already know the value is 21,000 into position of S. So what is the position of S? Now position of S is 19. So that means 21,000 into 19. So how much it is coming? See, no need to solve the entire thing. How to solve this? See, at the end 3 zeros will definitely come. 3 zeros coming. Now 19 into 1. So 19 into 1 will be in the units digit 9 will be coming, right? Now out of all these options where 9 is coming. Now this option only the units digit 9 is coming. So that means my final answer will be this particular thing, that is option A. So option A is my final answer. So I hope you understood this one, but just let's go through this question again. So what basically, so this is one type how the UPSC has framed the question. So over the years when we will be solving the other years questions also, we will see that this particular pattern has been repeated. So first of all, what they had given initially, they had said that the value of NO or NO has been coded as 210. Similarly, NOT is being coded as 4200. NOTE is being coded as 21000. So based on this particular pattern, how is NOTES has been coded? So we saw that, see, first of all, we will be starting with the basic thing, that is the smallest thing. So out of NO, NOT and NOTE, which one is the smallest one? Obviously, NO is the smallest one. So in this case, we will try to identify. See, for NO, it is coming as 210. So that means some multiplication is being happening over here. Now we know that position of N is 14 and position of O is 15. So now we know that position of N is 14 and position of O is 15. That means 14 into 15 is how much? Now 14 into 15 is coming to as 210. So now we got it that NO is coming to as 210. Now in similar pattern, what will NOT come? Now NOT will be similarly, how will NOT come? Now NO we already know it is coming as 210. Now we need to multiply with the position of T. Let's see how whether it is coming to as 4200 or not. So what is the position of T over here? Now position of T is 20. So that means NO has came as 210 into 20. So that means it is coming to as 4200. Similarly, NOTE. NOTE means what? NOT we already know that NOT is coming to as 4200. Now we need to multiply this with into position of E. So what is the position of E? Now we know that position of E is nothing but position of E is 5. So that means NOT, which is coming as 4200 into position of E, which is nothing but 5. So 4200 into 5 if we do, it is coming as 21,000, that is 21,000. So now we know that this is the pattern and we have cracked the pattern. So if you have cracked the pattern, then the question can be solved within few seconds. So the ultimate thing is to identify the pattern, that's it. So with this, once we have identified the pattern for NO, NOT and NOTE, then it's easy to solve for NOTES. So I hope you understood this particular question. Now let's move on to the next question. So what the next question is saying that, okay, what they are saying now, if France is coded as 654321 and Germany is coded as 9158437, then how is Yemen coded? Okay, let's see what they have given over here. Let's try to figure it out. They have said that France, FRANCE. So what is France? France is F is 6, R is 5, A is 4, N is 3, C is 2, and E is 1. So this is how the France has been coded. Similarly, let's see Germany. G, E, R, M, A, N, Y. How is Germany being coded? Now Germany being coded as 9, 1, 5, 8, 4, 3, 7. So this is how Germany has been coded. Now in the similar pattern, we need to identify that how Yemen can be coded. Okay, let's see. Let's see if there is any common thing between Germany and France. See, what is the common letter between France and Germany? Now one thing common is R is common, A is common, N is common, E is common. Okay, so let's see whether the values of both of these are same or not. See, first of all, R. What is R over here? Now R in France is given as 5. See, in case of Germany also, R has been given as 5. Similarly, N is given as 3. N is given as 3. E has been given as 1. E has been given as 1. A has been given as 4. A has been given as 4. So that means this is the pattern. So this is type 2, where we see in the previous type what we have observed, in the previous question we have observed or how to identify the pattern. Now by solving or by identifying the position of the alphabets. But over here, position of the alphabets will not work. Why? Because, see, position of the alphabets will not work. Why? Because position of A is what? Position of A is 1. So that means in third place 1 should come. Is it coming? No. That means that particular pattern we cannot use it over here. So we need to see for some other patterns. So what other pattern we can observe over here? So how to solve this? Now we have listed out that whatever they have given, we are not doing anything. Whatever they have given, we have simply listed out those things. That's it. So F for France, they have mentioned that it should be 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So that means F is 6, R is 5, A is 4, N is 3, C is 2, E is 1. Similarly for Germany, they have quoted as G is 9, E is 1, R is 5, M is 8, A is 4, N is 3 and Y is 7. Now we need to find it out for Yemen. So now we have understood the pattern. So what shall be our answer? Y. What is the value of Y over here? Now value of Y is 7. So what is the value of E over here? Now value of E is 1. What is the value of M over here? Now 8. What is the value of E? Again 1. What is the value of N? N is 3. So that means my final answer is 71813. Is there any option for this? Yes, we have this particular option, which is 71813, that is option D. So this is my final answer. So I hope you understood this particular question as well. Now see, in 2025 only 2 questions came. Now these are very easy questions. So if you can solve or if you can crack the pattern based on which the question has been given, so 2.5 marks will be easy to fetch from these type of questions. Now let's move on to the next question. See, this is again 2025 question only. So I think from 2025, yes. So from in 2025, 3 questions came from coding decoding. Now as we go and solve the other questions, I will show you that how the same pattern has been repeated over the years. So if you can practice this type of questions only, definitely you will get at least 1 to 2 questions from this particular topic. Now let's move on to the third question. So this is my third question. What they have mentioned, that in a certain code, if 64 is written as 343, 216 is written as 729, then how is 512 written in that code? Okay, fine. So they are saying that in a certain code, we don't know the code, or we don't know the pattern. So we need to identify the pattern first of all. What they have mentioned, that 64 is equal to 343. Okay. Next, what they have mentioned, 216 is equal to 729. Next, what they have asked us to find, now 512 is equal to how much? So this is what they have asked for. Now, just looking at this only, can we see something? Can we see some common thing over here? Now 64, we can write it as 4 cube. Can't we write? We can write, right? So 64, we can simply write it as 4 cube. Similarly, 343 is nothing but 7 cube. Similarly, 216 is nothing but 6 cube. 729 is nothing but 9 cube. 512 is nothing but 8 cube. Bas, that's our pattern. That is the code, that in a certain code they have given over here, right? They have clearly mentioned that in a certain code. So this is our code. So how to solve or how to get 8 cube is equal to how much? Now see, there is another pattern over here. What is the difference between these two? plus 2. What is the difference between these two? Plus 2. Similarly, what is the difference between these two? Plus 2. So in that pattern, so what will be the difference between these two? Plus 2 only. So that means this will also be 11 cube, which is nothing but 1331. 1331 is my final answer. So 11 cube is nothing but what? Now 1331. See, simple. We'll just revise it again. So what they have mentioned that in a certain code 64 is written as 343. See, the best way to solve these type of questions is whatever they have given in the question, just write it down. Simple and nothing else. Then you can immediately you can see some pattern. So see, 64 is equal to 343 they have given. So 216 is equal to 729 they have given, and they have asked to identify or to find out the value for 512 based on the same code. Now, as soon as you saw 64, so 64 soon, if you saw 64 over here, what is coming to your mind? Now, 64 is nothing but 8 square. But what is 8? 8 is 4 into 2, or rather a 64 we can, means rather writing 64 as the 8 square, we can simply write it as 4 cube, right? Now, why I am writing it as cube? Because 343, we know that 343 is nothing but 7 cube. So that means my both sides should match, right? That is why if this is coming as 343, that is 7 cube. So in that case, this side should also come as in cubic form. That is why I am writing it as 64. I am writing it as 4 cube is equal to 7 cube. Similarly, 216, we can write it as 6 cube, which is equal to 729 is nothing but 9 cube. Similarly, 512 is 8 cube. And now we have observed that what is the difference between these two? 4 and 6 plus 2. 6 and 8 plus 2. Similarly, what we have observed over here, 7 and 9 difference is plus 2. That means definitely the difference between 9 and this particular number will be plus 2. So 9 plus 2 is 11. So that means it will be 11 cube, which is nothing but 1331. So I hope you understood this particular question as well. So this is another type. So as of now, see, in 2025 itself, they have given 3 questions and 3 are of different types. Now, once I will show you the previous year questions now again, that is beyond 2025, that means 2024 till 2013. Whatever questions that came, we will be solving it over here now itself. So I will show you that each and every question is based on this 3 pattern only. That's it and nothing else. Now let's move on to the next question. So what is the next question? See what they have mentioned. Okay, so this particular question came in 2024. What they have mentioned? A, B, C, D is written as 24. E, F, G, H is written as 1680. Then how is I, J, K, L being written as? Okay. Now our first task is to write whatever they have given. I will write it. Simply I will write whatever they have given. That's it. That's my task. So we know that A, B, C, D, they have mentioned it as 24. Okay. Now E, F, G, H, they have mentioned it as 1680. Similarly, I, J, K, L, we need to find it out. Okay, fine. Now, A, B, C, D, how many digits or how many numbers are over here? Now, we have 4 alphabets, A, B and C, D. And coming to as, the resultant is coming as 24. As soon as you see this one, so one thing should stuck in your mind. Let's see the position of A, B, C, D. Now, again, let's go back to the previous position. Let's see the position of A, B, C, D. Now, position of A is 1, position of B is 2, position of C is 3, and position of D is 4. Now, what they have given? A, B, C, D. Okay. A, B, C, D means what? Simply, position of A is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Let's try to see if we multiply these 4 numbers, how much it is coming. 1 into 2, 2 into 3, and 3 into 4. So how much it is coming? 1 into 2 is 2, 2 into 3, 6, 6 into 4, 24. Oh, so we got 24. That means this might be the pattern. But we will not come to the conclusion. What we will do? We will put this pattern into this one and see that whether this is coming or not. Then once if we get this one itself, then we will be rest assured, then we will be sure that okay, whatever pattern that we have identified is the correct pattern only. Let's see. So what is the position of E, F, G, H? Let's again go back to the positions. So position of E is 5, position of F is 6, position of G is 7, and position of D is 8. Sorry, position of H is 8. So that means position of E, F, G, H is 5, 6, 7 and 8. Let's see. So position of E is 5, position of F is 6, position of G is 7, position of H is 8. So let's multiply. 5, 6 are 30, 30 into 7 is 210. So 210 into 8, 8, 0, 0, 8, 1, 8, 8 to 16. Okay. So that means we are getting 1680. So that means this is the pattern. So whatever pattern that we have identified, this is the same pattern. Now, can you see something? This same pattern, with this same pattern, this particular question came in 2024. But with this same pattern, similar question came in 2025 as well. So that means this is the pattern that has been repeated over the years. And this is what you need to note it down in your notebook. And you need to practice this particular pattern again and again. Now, let's solve this one. So now we have identified the pattern. Now we need to find out what will be the position, or what will be, based on this particular code, what will be the value for I, J, K and L. So let's see the position of I, J, K, L. So what is the position of I? It is 9. Position of J is 10. Position of K is 11. Position of L is 12. So that means it will be 9, 10, 11 and 12. So let's see. So position of I, J, K, L is 9 into 10 into 11 into 12. So how much it will come? 9 into 10 is 90. 90 into 11 is 990. 990 into 12. How much it is coming? 0. 12, 908. Carry 10. 12, 908. 11880. So 11880. That means my final answer is option A. So option A is my final answer. So I think now you are getting it, that how previous year question will help you to identify the pattern. And if you were seeing this, that the similar pattern has been repeated over the years. So that's how you need to identify the pattern and you need to practice based on that. So this question came in 2024. So I hope you understood this particular question. Now let's move on to the next question. So what is the next question? See, again, 2 questions came in 2024. So that means 2.5 into 2. So these are very simple questions which you can easily score if you can crack the pattern. So what they have asked over here, now in a certain code, TOT is written as ATOP. Trap, TRAP is written as APART. Then how is ARENA is written in the similar code? Okay. So as I mentioned, that our first task is to write it down whatever they have given in the question. That's it and nothing else. So what they have given? Now POT is equal to, they have said that it can be written as ATOP. Okay. Next, what they have given? TRAP is equal to APART. Okay. Now we need to find it out for what? ARENA. Okay. So now one thing we have observed over here is that, see, in the initially they have given POT, but what is coming over here? A has been added. TRAP was initially given, A has been added. So simply we will not think much and we will simply put A at the beginning. Now let's see how they have found, what is the code. Initially what they have given POT, but finally what they have given TOP. That means they have interchanged the position of P and T. Similarly, see, there are 3 letters, right? So that means they have interchanged the position of first letter and the third letter. That means the odd position letters that they have interchanged. So similarly, see for this one, TRAP. So odd position letter they have interchanged. Even position letters also they have interchanged. Now why? Because in this case we have 4 letters. So since it was 3 letters and odd numbers is coming, so that's why they have interchanged only the first letter and the third letter. But in the next part, next statement that they have given, since we have 4 letters, so that's why what they did, they interchanged both the letters. That means they interchanged the first letter and the fourth letter, as well as the second letter and the third letter. So that's how it is coming as PART. So we will also do the same thing. So interchange, how many letters we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So first of all, let's interchange the first and the last letter. So first and the last letter will come as AA only. That means at the end also we will be having A. Next, we will interchange these 2. That means N, and over here it will come as R. E will remain as it is because there is nowhere we can interchange E with. There is no other letter with whom we can interchange the letter E. So how much means what is their final answer that is coming? AANERA. Let's see whether we have any option similar to this or not. AANERA. AANERA. Okay. So that means this is my final answer. So I hope you understood this one as well. Simply, we are, if it is, we are just adding all the means. See, that's how I am saying. That's why I am saying it repeatedly that write it down, whatever they have given. That's it. Then it will be easier to see visibly. And once you see it, or once you visibly identify the pattern, it will be easier for you to crack the pattern and solve the question that they have asked for. So this was all about this particular question. Now let's move on to the next question. Okay. So this is another type. So as of now, how many types we have observed? We have observed 3 types. What are those 3 types? First is this one where we need to solve the question based on position of the alphabets. Next is this one where they have simply given the letters only, and they have simply given some values for those letters, and you need to, based on that, you need to put it down. That's it. Third one was this. So this is another type, okay, where we have identified it based on writing the numbers and all. We have identified the pattern. So this was all about these 3 patterns. Now let's move on to the next question. 2023, this particular question came. What they are saying, if 0, ZERO, is written as CHUR, then how is PLAER written? Okay. Now our first task is to what? Now write down whatever they have given. ZERO, ZERO is written as CHUR. Okay. Similarly, pattern, based on similar pattern, how will we write PLAYER? Okay. Instead of writing it like this, we will write it like this. So instead of writing it in that way, we will write it in this way. CHUR. So based on the same pattern, how will we write PLAYER? Okay. Now let's see. Z is written as C, E is written as H, R is written as U, O is written as. Okay. So now if you see, Z is written as C. Now again go back to the alphabets, position of the alphabets. So Z is over here. What is the opposite of Z? Opposite of Z is A. Now over here we have C. That means Z is written as C. That means A, after Z what is coming? After Z again this A will come, then B will come, and then C will come. So that means after Z, C is coming. So similarly, after Z, A, B, that means there is a gap of how many? Z, A, B. Gap of 2 letters A and B, after which C is coming. Okay. So now with the same pattern, we will follow this as well. That means plus 2. So if I do plus 2, how much it is coming? After P plus 2, Q, R, S. That means S will come. Okay. Now similarly, okay, let's find out this one first. After E, H is coming. So E, F, G. That means plus 2. Again, same thing, plus 2. After R, U is coming. Q, R, S, T, U. S, T, U. That means plus 2. After O, R is coming. M, N, O, P, Q, R. That means there is a difference of plus 2 letters between these two. So with this same pattern, we will also identify the same thing. That means this will be plus 2. This will be plus 2, plus 2, plus 2, and plus 2. So with this same pattern, what will come? L. After L plus 2, that means I, J, K, L, M, N, O. A plus 2, that means there will be gap of 2 letters. B, C, then D will come. Y, X, Y, 2 letters gap. After Y, there will be 2 letters gap. So after Y, 2 letters gap means Z, A, B will come. E. After E, 2 letters gap will come. That means F, G, H will come. After R, 2 letters gap. Q, R, S, T, U. That means S, O, D, B, H, U. S, O, D, B, H, U. S, O, D, B, H, U. So this is my final answer. So I hope you understood this one. Okay, let's solve it again. So basically what they have given over here. So this is another pattern. Okay, so this is another pattern. So this is a different pattern which based on which few questions will come. A few questions already came in the last 13 years. So let's understand this pattern again. So what they have initially said. Now initially they have said that, see, our task is to write it down whatever they have asked for. Initially they have said that Z, E, R, O is written as CHUR. Okay. with the same pattern following what will be PLAYER. Okay. Now see, Z. After Z, C is coming. So that means after Z, what will come? A, B. Then C is coming. That means there is a gap of 2 letters between Z and C. Plus 2. E, after E, H is coming. That means there is a gap of 2 letters, F and G between E and H. Plus 2. R and U. R and U means QR, S, T, U. That means again there is a gap of 2 letters between R and U. That means plus 2. O and R. M and O. P, Q, R. Again 2 letters gap between the letters O and R, which is P and Q. That means again plus 2. So similar pattern we will be following it over here also. That means plus 2, plus 2, plus 2, plus 2, plus 2, and plus 2. So if we follow the same pattern, what will it come? P. After P, there is a gap of 2 letters. That means M, N, O, P, Q, R, S will come. After L, there is a gap of 2 letters. That means I, J, K, L, M, N, O will come. After A, there is a gap of 2 letters. That means B, C, D will come. After Y, there is a gap of 2 letters. That means after Y, 2 letters means Z. Again, it will start from A. That means Z and A. That means B will come. After E, there is a gap of 2 letters. That means F and G. That means H will come. After R, there is a gap of 2 letters. That means S, T, U will come. So this is how S, O, D, B, H, U, this particular answer is coming. So I hope you understood this particular pattern, because we will see that based on this pattern, there are a few questions came already in the last 13 years. So now let's move on to the next question. See, same pattern. Whatever pattern that we have observed in the question, in this particular question which came in 2023, same pattern is repeated over here. Over here, now see, let's solve it orally. We can solve it orally as well. How? What they have given over here, no need to write it in pen and paper as well. We can solve it orally as well. How? They have mentioned mathematics is written as LBSID NZUHDR. Then based on the same pattern, how is chemistry being written? Okay. Now we will try to solve it orally, because these are the questions where we can save our time and we can utilize this time in some other questions where it needs some time. See, M is being written as L. Now see, how M has been written as L? That means IJKLM. That means M minus 1 is coming as L, correct? Similarly, C is there. C minus 1, that means just before C. Which one is coming? B should come. Next letter, A. For A, what is the value they have given? B. That means just after A. Similarly, we need to follow the same pattern over here. Just after H. After H, what will come? GHI. So that means I will come. Again, same thing. T, S. Just before T. S is coming where? S is coming just before T. Similarly, we need to identify just before E. Just before E, which one is coming? D. Same pattern. H. H is written as I. So that means just after H. Just after H means I is coming. So similarly over here, just after M. Just after M, which one is coming? Na, N. Similarly, E. E is being written as D. That means just before E. Just before E, D is coming. So similarly over here also I was there. Just before I. Just before I, which value or which letter should come? Na, H. Similarly, M. M has been written as N. That means just after M. So the pattern is first letter is before and second is after. That's it. So M has been written as N. That means just after M. Similarly for S, which letter is just after S? Na, T. That means this is T. Next is A. For A, it is written as Z. That means just before A. Just before A means over here T is there. So just before T, which value will come? Na, S. Again, same thing. T is there, but this time after T. After T, what is coming? Na, Q, R, S, T, U. Similarly, over here also after R. After R, which letter will come? M, N, O, P, Q, R, S. Now the last one is I is there. For I, which value is coming? H. That means just before I. Similarly, just before Y, which one will come? Na, X. That means B, I, D, N, H, T, S, S, X. B, I, D, N, H, T, S, S, X. That means this is my final answer. Understood? Okay. Let's solve it over here itself. Okay. So we'll solve it. So what they have mentioned? Mathematics. Okay. Fine. That's okay. So what we will do, we will just solve it over here itself. mathematics is coming, right? So that means M A T H E M A T I C S. For mathematics, what value they have given? LBSI, LBSI, DNZUHDR, DNZUHDR. Similar pattern, what should be chemistry? CHEMISTRY. Okay, fine. Let's see. So, what is M over here? So, what is M over here? Now, ML, that means -1. -1 means just before ML is coming, so this is -1. A, okay, so A is B, that means this is +1. T is S, that means this is -1. H is I, that means this is +1. E is D, that means this is -1. M is N, that means +1. A is Z, that means -1. T is U, that means +1. I is H, that means -1. C is D, +1. S is R, -1. That means -1, +1, -1, +1. This is the pattern. So similarly over here, -1, +1, -1, +1, -1, +1, -1, +1, -1. So now which value will come? C -1, that means B will come. H +1, that means I will come. E -1, that means D will come. M +1, that means N will come. I -1, that means H will come. S +1, that means T will come. T -1, that means QRST, S will come. R +1, that means QRS will come. Y -1, X will come. That means BIDNHTSSX. Which is my answer? BIDNHTSSX. So I hope you understood this particular pattern as well. So see, this particular question came in 2021, and with the similar pattern, the question came in 2023 as well. So now these are the patterns which we have identified it till 2021. Now let's see beyond 2021 as well. See, this particular question came in to 2020. So over here, see again same pattern that we have observed it very beginning only. They have mentioned that A to Z are numbered as 1 to 26. So over here they have clearly mentioned only that you need to identify it based on the position of the alphabets. So based on the position of the alphabets only, you need to identify the value for ABC. But let's again same thing. Let's solve the question first. What they have mentioned that A to Z, the numbering is from 1 to 26. If GHI is given as 1578, DEF is given as 912, then what is the value of ABC? Okay. So what is our first task? The first task is to write it down whatever they have given. So that means GHI is written as 1578. Cool. Next is DEF. DEF is written as 912. With the same logic, what will be ABC? So this is what they have asked for. Now let's see the positions, because they have clearly mentioned that A to Z are numbered from 1 to 26. So that means this particular question is entirely based on the positions. So let's see the position of G, H and I. So position of G is what? Now position of G is 7, position of H is 8, position of I is 9. So that means 7, 8, 9. Okay. Let's see how much it is coming for 7, 8, 9. So 7, 8, 9. Okay, fine. And my final answer is 1578. Okay. Is there any similarity or is there any pattern that you are observing over here? Yes. What is the pattern? See, 7, 8, 9 into 2. How much it is coming? 2, 9, 18, carry 1, 16, 17, carry 1, 14, 15, 1578, which is nothing but my answer. Let's stick with this pattern and check if our pattern is correct or not. How to check whether we are getting the same with the same pattern that we have identified, whether we are able to solve this particular DEF value or not. So what will be the value of DEF? Again, let's go back to the positions. So where is the position? Yes. So position of D, E and F. So position of D is 4, position of E is 5 and position of F is 6. That means position of D, E, F is 4, 5 and 6. So let's see 4, 5 and 6. So that means this is 4, 5, 6. Now what last time what we did, we just multiplied the positions, okay, with 2. Do the same thing over here. 4, 5, 6 into 2. How much it is coming? 2, 6, 12. Carry 1. 2, 5, 10. And 1, 1, 2, 4, 8, 9, 1, 2. Yes. So that means whatever pattern that we have cracked is the correct one. But that's it. That was my job. Identify the pattern. But that's it, which we have already done. So now let's solve this one. A, B, C. So we know the position of A is 1. Position of B is 2. Position of C is 3. So now 1, 2, 3. Then what else we need to do? Into 2. 6, 4, 2. 246. So 246 is my final answer, which is nothing but option D. So see, similar pattern only. So based on this pattern only, we have identified the pattern and we have solved the whatever the question that they have asked for. So now let's move on to the next question. So this is also 2020. So another thing you have observed, right, that almost every year, 1 to 2 questions are coming from this particular topic. So that is why I am saying that, see, last time we did the distance and direction topic. So that is also a repetitive type of topic. That means every year questions are coming. But that is a easy topic. So this one is again also a very easy topic only if you can identify the pattern. That's it. So these topics you need to practice more so that you can score well in this particular topic. So no need to worry about those tough topics like, say, for example, probability or number system, because nowadays number system is being coming from the calendar topic as well. They are mixing those questions. So why to worry about all those questions when you can solve these type of questions? You no need to score 200 out of 200, right? You simply need to score 70. That's it, and move on. So just find out these easy chapters, score well, and move on. That's it. Now, what is the next question? So next question is, what is the missing term at the rate in the following? ACPQ is BESU, then MNGI is what? See, again same pattern. What they have mentioned? A, C, P, Q has been written as B, E, S, U. Then M, N, G, J is written as what? So now you have now you have identified the pattern, right? Now you know that what is the pattern, how that ACPQ is coming as B, E, S, U. Now let's solve this one. A is coming as B, that means +1. C is coming as E, that means +2. Because after C, D is there, then E is there, that means +2. After PS is coming, that means QRS, that means +3. After QU is coming, that means MNOPQRSTU, that means +4. With the same pattern, we will do over here as well. That means +1, +2, +3, +4. So what will come? M +1, that means N. N +2, that means MNOP. G +3, that means HIJ. J +4, that means IJKLMN. That's it. Sorry, IJKLM. One second. Okay. This is I, right? Okay. Sorry, my bad. So this is I. So I +4 means how much it is coming? I +4, IJKLM. Okay. So then this will be M. So what will this come as? This will come as M. Simple. So ACPQ, that means after A, B is coming, that means +1. After C, D, E, that means +2. Then E is coming. After P, Q, R, S, that means +3. After Q, R, S, T, U, that means +4. Similarly, M, N, G, I is coming. That means after M, N is there, +1. N +2, that means M, N, O, P, that is by P. G +3 is H, I, J, 3J. After I +4, that means J, K, L, M. But that's it. This is my answer then. NPJM, which is my option D. That's it. So this was all about this particular question. So I hope you understood this question as well. Now let's move on to the next question. Again, same thing. So what they have mentioned, if LSJXVC is the code for Mumbai, the code for Delhi will be what? Okay, fine. So let's find it out. So similar, now you see, as of now you have solved, I think, approx 10 questions. So now you have identified, right, that all the questions are coming with the same patterns only. So if you are aware of that, what type of questions UPSC is asking or what are the patterns from where they are asking, it will be easier for you to solve the questions. It will be easier for you to score marks from this particular chapter. That's it. So what they have said, Mumbai. Let's solve it again. M-U-M-B-A-I. Okay. So Mumbai, what they have mentioned, M-U-M-B-A-I. So Mumbai, what is the code that they have mentioned? L-S-J-X-V-C. Okay. Similarly, what will be for Delhi? D-E-L-H-I. Okay. So solve it. Let's see. M is L. That means what? I-J-K-L-M. That means it is -1. Because just before ML is coming, that means -1. Okay. US. That means what? M-N-O-P-Q-R-S-T-U. S-T-U. That means -2. S-T-U. That means -2. Again, M and J is coming. That means J-K-L-M. That means -3. X, B is coming. That means Y, Z, A, B. That means -3. V and A is coming. That means V and A. That means M-N-O-P-Q-R-S-T-U, V, W, X, Y, Z. That means -4. C and I is coming. That means D, E, F, G, H. That means -5. Let's put it over here as well. Same thing. D -1. -1 means C will come. E -2. -2 means D and C. Again C will come. And so this one will also come as C. Then which one will come? L -3. L -3 is G, H, I, G, H, I. JKL. Okay, JKL, GHI, JKL. That means I will come. H is there, -3 again. EFG, D, EFG, H. X is there, YZ, AB. Okay, okay, this will be -4. V is there, that means this will be MNOPQRSTU, V, WXYZA. That means this will be 5 and this will be 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that means H is there, 4 is there. That means D, E, F, G, H, D, I, 5 will be there. 5 means again D. That means this is my answer. Okay, let's solve this again. So basically what they have asked for over here, they have said that Mumbai is written as LSJXVC. Okay, let's solve it. So they have mentioned that Mumbai, M-U-M-B-A-I. What it is coming? LSJXVC. LSJXVC. With the same pattern, what will Delhi come? D-E-L-H-I. Okay. So now let's solve. Now see, we will do opposite. M and L, right? That means I, J, K, L, M. After M, just before M, L is coming. So that means -1. U and S. That means what? M-N-O-P-Q-R-S-T-U. That means -2. M, J, I, J, K, L, M. That means -3. B and X. X is Y, Z, A, B. That means -4. A and V. That means V, from V, if I need to go to A, then what will come? Or rather from A to V. If I need to go from A to V, that means how much it is, how much more back we need to go. M-N-O-P-Q-R-S-T-U, V, W, X, Y, Z, A. That means -5. I and C. That means C is there, I is there. D, E, F, G, H, I. That means -6. So that means what I am doing over here, from M, I need to go to L. That means just before M, L is there. So that means that is why -1. From U, I need to go to S. How I can go? -2, because S, T, U. That's why -2. So with the same pattern, if I do over here, that means -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. So with the same pattern, how it will come? -1 means C will come. -2 means D will come. L -3. L -3 is G. H, I, J, K, L. No. L is there, H will be, I will be coming, J, K, L. Correct. I, J, K, L, -3. Okay, fine. H is there, -4 is coming. So that means what? H and -4 is D, E, F, G, H. Yes. I is there, D. So that means this is my answer, C, D, I, D, D. So final answer is this one. Sorry. E is there, -2. Okay. Sorry. This one will be -2 is there, right? So this one will be C. C, C, I, D, D. So that means this is my final answer. C, C, I, D, D. I hope you understood this. The pattern is same only. We just need to observe it and slowly solve it. That's it. Now let's move on to the next question. So it's again the similar pattern. What they have mentioned over here, that RAMON is written as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we will not write it down, but we will solve it orally. Okay. How to solve it orally? I'll show you. See, RAMON is written as what? Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Similarly, DINESH is written as what? Now 6, 7, 5, 8, 4, 9. Then based on the same concept, how is HAMMMMAM will be written as? Okay. So now let's solve it. What is the value of R over here? Value of R is 1. So that means R value of R is 1. What is the value of A? Now value of A is 2. What is the value of M over here? Now value of M is 3. What is the value of O over here? 4. Next comes, what is the value of N over here? Now 5. Similarly, D, what is the value of D over here? 6. What is the value of I over here? 7. What is the value of N over here? 5. What is the value of E over here? 8. What is the value of S over here? 4. Similarly, what is the value of H over here? 9. Okay. Now, is there any common thing between these two words? Yes, we have common. N. See, value of N is 5 over here. Value of N is 5 over here as well. So that means this is the common thing. Okay. Similarly, H. So now we are finding out that what will be the answer for HAMAM. So that we need to find it out. So let's find it out. So HAMAM. So what will be the value of H? Now value of H is given as 9. What is the value of A? Value of A is given as 2. What is the value of M given? Value of M is given as 3. Again A. What is the value of A is given 2 and M is 3. That means 9, 2, 3, 2, 3. Is there any option? Yes, we have one option. 9, 2, 3, 2, 3. So this is my final answer. So this similar pattern came in 2025 as well. So that is why the importance of solving previous year questions of last 10 years. So based on that only you can identify that exactly which pattern they have asked, and the pattern must be the pattern might be repeated as well. So that is why it is important to solve the last 10 years questions at least. Now let's move on to the next question. So same concept over here also. In a certain code, 256 means red color chalk. Okay. 589 means green color chalk. 254 means white color chalk. Then the digit in the code that indicates white is. Okay. Simple. Let's solve it. Red color chalk. Red color chalk. What is the code for this? 256. Okay. Green color flower. Green color flower. What is the code for this? 254. White color chalk. Sorry. The color for green color flower is 589. 589. Then 254 means white color chalk. Okay. White color chalk. What is the code for this? Now 254. Okay. Now let's find it out. We need to find the values for, we need to find out that which code signifies the word white. Let's see, is there any common between these three? Yes, we have one common, that is color, color, color. Is there any common letter between these three? 555. So from here we can observe, or we can say that the code for color is 5. Similarly, red color chalk. Red color chalk. White color chalk. So that means over here also we have one common term called chalk. Over here also we have one common term called chalk. Is there any common value between these two? Yes, we have 2, 2. That means the value for chalk is 2. So this is done. This is done. What else is left? 4. That means the value for white is 4, which is my answer. That is what they have asked for. So that means this is my answer. Simple. So what we did, we just write it, we just wrote everything down, we just wrote everything whatever they have given. And after writing it down, we try to find it out that is there any common terms between them or not. That's it. That's the only thing that we have found it out. So this is all about this particular question. Now let's move on to the final question. See, after means before 2016, no question came from this particular topic. But as we saw over the last 10 years that from 2016 onwards, almost every year 1 to 2 questions are coming. So it's a simple topic, we can practice this. And we have observed one thing, that patterns are similar only. So UPSC has a fixed pattern and they are asking questions from those patterns itself. So if we can practice these questions, then it will be easier for us to solve these questions in the exam and score marks. Now let's solve this last question. What they have mentioned over here, that a military code system is written as SYSMET. Nearer is written as AENRER. Using the same code, fraction can be written as. Okay. What they have mentioned, system is written as SYSMET. Nearer is written as AENRER. Now using the same code, fraction can be written as how? Okay, let's solve this one. So what they have mentioned, system is written as SYSMET. Okay. So what we have observed is, they have divided this, this is the statement, this is the word that they have given. What they did, they divided these 6 letters into 2, SYS and TEM. Next what they did, they interchanged these letters. That means TEM became MET, SYS. SYS, if I interchange S and S, it will remain same only. That's why it is coming as SYS. But the main funda for this particular question is, they are dividing the entire word into 2 parts and then they are interchanging the position of the letters. That's it. Let's see whether whatever we have identified is correct or not. How can we check that? By solving the next part. What they have given, nearer, NEARER. Let's see whether this is coming or not. AENRER. See, again same thing only they did. They have divided this into 2 parts, NEA and RER. Then they have interchanged the position of N and D. So it became A and N. RER, if we interchange the position of R and R, it will remain the same. So that's why it is coming as RER. Okay, so that means what they are doing, they are dividing the entire word into 2 parts and then they are interchanging the positions of the letters. That's it. Now let's solve this one, what the question has been asked for. The question is about fraction. Okay, so let's solve this particular word, fraction. So what they have given, now what they have asked for, fraction. F R A C T I O N. So what our first step is to divide it into 2 parts. 2 parts we have divided. Now interchange the position. F will come in C's place. That means my final answer, and R will come into A's place. Similarly, T will come into N's place. I will come into O's place. So that means my final answer will be C. F will interchange with C. That means C and F. R and A will interchange. That means A, R. Similarly, T and N will interchange. That means N, T. I and O will interchange. That means O, I. So that means this is my final answer. CARFNOIT. Is there any option for this? CARFNOIT. That means this is my final answer. So simple. What we have done? Nothing. What we did exactly? Now, the word that they have given initially, whatever words that they had given, we had divided it into 2 parts. SYSTEM. That's it. But how we have identified that we need to divide it into 2 parts? Because we saw that TEM, they have written it as MET. That means they are interchanging the position. Similarly, NEARER, they have interchanged it as AENRER. That means they are interchanging the positions, but by splitting the word into 2 parts. So that's what we did over here as well. So this was all about this particular question. So I hope you understood what exactly I was trying to say over here. So this was all about this particular question. And with this, we have completed all the PYQ. So with this, we have completed the topic of coding decoding entirely, but through UPSC CSAT PYQs. So now again, I think you are understanding that what is the importance of PYQs, because while we have solved all these questions, we identified that there are only few patterns only. It's not that we need to learn the entire chapter, we need to go through multiple patterns and all. No, UPSC has a fixed pattern, that's it, and nothing else. So what is the teaching, or what are the key lessons we have learned from here? Only one thing, that UPSC follows a limited patterns. So this is the key lesson, that UPSC follows limited patterns, and once we recognize them, these questions becomes manageable and scoring. So what will be the next step from your end? Now the next step is to revise these patterns and practice these PYQs again, so that coding decoding becomes a comfortable area for you in CSAT. I hope you understood this particular topic. So till then, keep practicing and study hard. Thank you.